Hello, so we're going to be doing the Active Directory Basics room with TryHackMe today. I've already completed a little bit of it to understand the basics of what Windows domains are, what an Active Directory is, and what the whole process of Active Directory pretty much is used for. So, from my understanding, pretty much a Windows domain is like a group of users and computers that are under a specific administration. This centralized process makes working easier. The idea is to bring all the common concepts of Windows computer network in one single repository called an Active Directory. The server that runs the Active Directory is called a domain controller. So the benefits of um, having a configured Windows domain is that all users across the network can be configured from the Active Directory with very minimal effort. On top of that, you can configure security policies uh, directly through the Active Directory and apply it to all the users and computers in general. And throughout, we get to see a lot of real life examples that are used in this room. We see that Windows Domain and Active Directory can be used in an organization such as a school or university, where you're tasked with controlling and working on a bunch of different computers all together. It also allows the whole process of computer domains is that when someone who works at a an organization or a school or is a student, with their credentials, they're able to log into any system without that system specifically having uh, a user under that student or an employee. So, excuse me, we will be uh, running through the room to understand what the whole process is all about of working with the Active Directory. We get to see that there are different parts to an Active Directory, such as the users, machines, and security groups. And within the users, there are people and services, meaning people as in actual employees or actual person. And on top of that, services can also be used for users such as it says, IIS or MSSQL. So on top of that, machines are pretty much computers and uh, any type of machines that are under that specific Active Directory. And then there are different roles to having in an Active Directory. There are domain admins who have control of everything, and there are server operators who, there are users in the group that administrate the domain controllers, which are other roles as well. Backup operators that are allowed to have access to all the files, and they're pretty much there to back up all the data. Account operators are there to create and modify different accounts in a domain. Domain users pretty much includes all the different users in the account and the domain. Domain computers are all the different computers in that domain, and domain controllers include all the existing domain controllers on that domain. So here it goes through the different process of the not different process, the process of working in an Active Directory. And since this is Windows operating system, we are able to navigate to the Active Directory users and computers, which we will be doing on this specific room. We have a machine already set up from this room, and we'll be able to go into that into the Active Directory users and process here. So Active Directory should pop up soon. All right. Here we will be able to see the different users, objects, and the different under that different users and objects and whatnot. Pretty much within it, the different parts of it. the different departments considered, and all the users and computers within that department. So we see that once we open it up, we see that there are within here we get to see there are objects or that are organized in organizational units, which are pretty much containers that allow you to put the users and machines within one, and classify it within that organizational unit. We get to see that in this specific example, this specific room, there are multiple different um, organizational units here. Within the organizational units, there are users. We see that under THM, which is TriHackMe. They have the IT, management, marketing, research and development, and sales um, OUs. And within that within all of those OUs, we get to see that there are different users and whatnot. So when we go through it, we are able to add or get rid of any um, necessary or unnecessary groups that we want or we don't want. So for starters, let's try to add a new organization unit called students. So we right click on THM and go to new, and then we go down to where it says organizational unit, and we want to name it students. Students here, and this protect containers from accidental delay. Sorry, let me correctly read it. Protect container from accidental deletion. This will come up later on when we are modifying the different OUs that we want or don't want. So for now, for this specific room, it's not telling us to if we need it or not. So we'll just add it. It's fine. This specific one does not have any users because it's just been created. We get to go through it. We get to see that there's a difference between a security group and an OU. Pretty much OUs are there that to apply different policies. So once you categorize different users and machines under OUs, you're able to give them specific roles, or you're able to enforce specific sub policies within it. Versus a security group is there to grant permission over resources. So the security groups are there pretty much as it says. It will you'll use the groups if you want to allow some users to access a shared folder or network printer and whatnot. So we go through different few questions. It asks which group normally administers all the computers and resources in the domain, which we know that the admin has all the control over it. So it'd be domain admins. What would be the name of the machine account associated with the machine named Tom-PC? Anytime you want to name a machine account, you always want to add a $ next to PC, or sorry, next to the name. So here it would be Tom-PC $. Suppose your organization creates a new department of quality assurance. What type of containers should we use to group all the quality assurance users so that policies can be applied consistently to them? Sorry. We already went through it. An OU is there to apply policies versus a security group is there to grant permissions over resources. So in this case, it would be an organizational unit or an OU. So let's move to the next one. This is where we start doing it from the beginning. I kind of did it a little bit, but we will start it from the beginning. So it says that in this specific task, we for our specific task as the main admin administrator is to check the existing Active Directory OUs and users, as some recent changes have been made to the business. You have been given a different organizational chart, and we'll be making changes based on those organizational those charts. So we get to see that in the chart we see that management is the one that is the general general manager, and then we have marketing, sales, and IT, and within those there are users. Mark for marketing, Sophie and Thomas for sales, and IT has Philip, Mary, and Claire. So we want to get rid of the extra OUs and users. So we get to see that here in the chart it only has marketing, sales, and IT, but in the Active Directory There is IT, management, marketing, research and development, sales, and students. Well, students we just added, and it doesn't have anything yet, so it doesn't really have any issues right now. But we get to see that we don't need research and development. We see that there with the recent changes, I'm assuming changes are one of them would be like research and development got rid of the department's not no longer there. So to get rid of this OU, we won't be able to just get rid of it as is because these are protected under deletion. So what we would have to do is go to properties to see if there is protection under deletion. We get to see that there's a different process to it. So now we go to view, we go to advanced features. In the advanced features, we want to open up the research and development and right click, go to properties, and then we get to see go to objects, and right here it says protect objects from accidental deletion. Remember we spoke about this already when we created the student. This is there if you want to, if you really need to get rid of. So we will unselect and then we press OK or apply. Now we are able to delete this OU if we need to. So once we press delete, it will say if we really want to delete it and just some security information, but we don't need it anymore according to this room. Here it says just unclick prompt to confirm, and as a result, all the users under that OU will be deleted. So whoever was under that OU has been deleted. So now we move on to the delegation portion. The delegation portion is there to give specific users more control over some of the OUs. So this process called delegation allows you to grant users specific privileges to perform advanced tasks on OUs without needing a domain administrator to step in. One of the most common use cases of this is to grant IT support. Granting IT support the privileges to reset other low privilege users' password. So we know IT has that. Usually, IT help desk or support has the feature of changing passwords or reset and whatnot. So when we delegate, the process is that that team or that OU or the user under that OU has been delegated, has been given the task that they are able to do this. So according to our organizational chart, Philip is in charge of the IT support. So we would probably want to delegate that control of resetting that password over sales and marketing OU to him. For example, we will delegate control over the sales of OU to Philip. To delegate control over an OU, you can right click it and select delegate control. So now we go right click over IT, it says delegate control, and here it says welcome to the delegation of control wizard, and let's see what it says. Select one or more users to whom you want to delegate control. So we want add, and we want to, let's see, location. All right. I'm just trying different things out before I move on. I think this we go and we press IT and we press OK from this location. Select this object type. So object type is user, pretty much everyone. But in this case, we just have Philip, so it would be okay. But before we do that, we want to see what's up. I see. So it says that from this location, we want they want a different route. So instead of doing that, we just do select THM and press OK, and then enter the object's name to select. So we check which, let's see, in this case it would be Philip. Let's see, let's spell it correctly. Here it would be Philip at thm.local. Let's check names. What is it? Name not found. Okay, maybe we made a mistake. Let's see. Are there are two L's. Okay, I'm sorry. I put one L. Alright, let's go about that. Alright, now let's see. Okay. What is this? Name not found. Hello? Let's change the name because we made a mistake before. Check names. What does it say? Oh, shoot. I did not follow this correctly. I apologize. Let's see if we're able to get rid of the location, and let's redo this. I'm sorry. Add local, do Philip, IP space, and then let's do his email, IP at thm.local. Nope, local, and oh my god, what are we doing here? What's the problem? Press OK, and the next step select the operations. Okay, maybe I am making a mistake here. What is going on? What is this? To avoid mistyping, write Philip and click change. Okay, let's try that. PHILLIP. Check names. Oh, perfect. It auto-generated it for us. Perfect, even better. All right, now let's see. Press OK. It is now on the next step, select the following options. Next, it will say, okay, we see that there are a lot of different tasks we can delegate to them, to this specific OU or the person within this OU. There are different tasks such as create, delete, or manage user accounts. That's pretty much a huge responsibility. Reset user passwords or force password change at next login. That is something that is done in a lot of different organizations, and this is a very useful skill. Now we get to learn that. And read all user information, create, delete, or manage groups, modify membership of groups, manage group policy links, and generate resolute set of policies. All right, for now we need to just select this specific task, and then we do next. Let's see, what does it say? Click next a couple of times, and now Philip should be able to reset the password for all users. Finish. Perfect. All right. So while we probably want to repeat these steps to delegate the password reset of the marketing, we will leave it here for this task. You're free to continue to configure the rest of the OUs if we so desire. Due to the shorter time, we are not going to continue, but we know how to do it. We will be able to do it next time. So now let's use Philip's accounts to try reset Sophie's passwords. Here are Philip's credentials for you to log in via our RDP. Okay. Where can we do that? Let's see. No, decline. Okay. Alright. Are we able to just do it in this machine if we desire? Now we just had some technical difficulties. We're gonna restart. Yes, where were we? We were here when we gave Philip from IT the permission that Philip is able to reset passwords. So what we're going to do is now we're going to check if it is possible. So we're going to use RDP to log into using Philip's credential. We're going to log in. Let's see if we're able to do it here. All right, everyone. We did some external, research, and now pretty much the way it's going to be is we're going to be, to get to the RDP portion, we're going to have to go to our attack box here. So where is it? Where is our terminal? Terminal is here. Went to our attack box. Okay, too many. Let's get rid of one. All right, so it's gonna be XFreeDP, and target IP is this one. So paste will allow me to paste. Okay, perfect.
So now we're
perfect. All right, so now we log into Philip's account. Let's see. Claire. Do you think there's something going on? I'm just playing. Let's see if I... No, okay. Alright. Oh, I made a mistake. CLAIRE 2008. What? Ah, I see. See, I'm not reading it correctly. THM dash no dash Philip and CLAIRE 2008. No, it could be that that's the starter. 2008. Oh my god, I'm choking. I'm choking. Okay. So now what do? We cannot go through using Active Directory. We are going to use PowerShell. Let's go to this PowerShell. And we are to do, in this case, well, we're using PowerShell, we are going to be using this command. Let's copy this and we paste it. It won't let me copy paste, I think. All right, let's see. Okay, so what is our new password gonna be? I think we can just choose an arbitrary one. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh, what is the problem? Okay, why is there a problem? Is something wrong? New password. Where's that? Okay, let me look at it. Oh, come on. Talk about again. Let me go to that box, please. This is generally very irritating. I finally let me go in, but why is there a problem here? Shouldn't be a problem. We're supposed to see access denied portion? We're not supposed to see this error, which I'm not sure why we're seeing here. I believe we're not supposed to see error. Alright, let's restart on the sign up to user here. Let me see, let's redelete the whole process. Okay. Control next. Add. Finish. Okay, so hopefully this is good now. Okay, now we have that. I hope it works. Okay, so now we're in Philip's computer. Let's open PowerShell. We can just There's always the same problem with the access denied situation. Hello. It's like, oh god. What is going on, mate? I'm assuming it's taking some time. Oh, happening. I mean, I'm seeing that apparently it's supposed to change it, so let's see if like the access situation does I'll do it again. I'm using my force use. Okay. So let's see what it's like. Log is open. Alright, fine. It gives me that same, what? But if we log into something, let's see if it gives us an error. Alright, okay, so log into Sophie's. All right, we figured it out. The problem here. When I initially delegated the whole process for Philip, I I clicked on IT, right clicked IT's OU, and then did the whole process of delegating. But I went back and I read it properly. It says I have to get, when I'm delegated control over the sales OU to Philip, I'm double clicking on sales. Once I double click on sales, go through the whole delegate process, same thing, and now we go to our attack box. We have already RDP'd into Philip's user, and now we are doing it again. The problem here is we put too short of a password, so let's do password. Okay, you know what? Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. Let's go. All right, this was the next command. Perfect. All right, now let's. We are supposed to. We are supposed to. Now we're gonna log into Sophie's, and it should tell us that we need a new password. THM/Sophie, and remember the password you put. That was password 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's go. The user's password must be changed before signing in. That was the second command that we were told to put in. All right, so what is it? What is the new password? Let's do password again. All right, let me fix the password. This is bad. We're just for the convenience sake, we're gonna reuse the password a little bit. And we made a mistake. Password 3. Okay. Okay. So what is it's supposed to? It's supposed to show me a flag. Oh, perfect, right here. Oh, let's go! We did it. That took that. I got a little frustrated. Not gonna lie. All right, so we paste it here. Submit. All right, let's see. Perfect. Now we go to the next one. Good. Okay. By default, all the machines that join a domain will be put in a container called computers. If we check our DC, which is, remember, domain controller, let's go back to our proper account here. Let's go. Let's do computers. We see all of the different computers here. All right. We'll see all the users here with their different computers. We can see some servers, some laptops, and some PCs corresponding to the users in our network. Having all of our devices there is not the best idea, since it's very likely that you want different policies for your servers and the machines that regular users use on a daily basis. While there isn't a golden rule on how to organize your machines, an excellent starting point is segregating devices according to their use. In general, you would expect to see devices divided into at least the following 3 categories. First is workstations. Workstations are one of the most common devices within an Active Directory domain. Each user in the domain will likely be logging into the workstation. This is the device they will use to do their work or normal browsing activities. These devices should never have a privileged user signed into them. Servers are the second most common devices within an Active Directory domain. Servers are generally used to provide services to users. We know that. And domain controllers are the third most common. Domain controller allows you to manage the Active Directory domain, and these devices are often deemed the most sensitive devices within the network, as they contain hash passwords of all the users' accounts within the environment. So this is where no regular person should be given access to. Since we're tidying up our AD, let's create 2 separate OWs for workstation and servers. You see that domain controls are already in OU created by Windows. We'll be creating them directly under the thm.local domain container. In the end, you should have the following structure. All right, so underneath, we're doing this right under here. So let's see, we're going to create 2 new ones. I think we're going to begin underneath the domain container. Let's see. We're creating two new OUs. One is workstation, and another should be, what is it called? Server. Server is perfect. Now move the personal computers and laptops to the workstation and from the computers container. Doing so will allow us to trigger policies for each OU later. Alright, let's go to the computers. Personal PC. Let's see if we can do multiple at once. Perfect, we can. Alright, let's move to, where is it? We're gonna do the personal to workstations. Okay, perfect. And server should be these three. Move these to servers, which is perfect here. All right, so now if we go to perfect right there, workstations has PC, all the PCs, and servers has all the servers. Oh, okay. This one I'm assuming wasn't supposed to be there. Didn't specify which ones it is. All right. If we face a problem, we'll come fix it. After organizing how many ended up in the work. Excuse me. 4. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be 4. Yes, please. Hint start. Am I supposed to put something? No. Is it because of the fact that we didn't really get rid of some people? Sales, Robert and Christine. Robert and Christine. No, there isn't any. Okay, alright, let's get some help here. How many ended up in the, let's say you might work on task 5 related to further you have a clear understanding how to add or manage computers in the domain. You can use the Active Directory user. If you're facing specific tasks, alright, workstations. My biggest issue is here, it doesn't tell me which ones are workstations. Is LPT supposed to be workstations? Okay. This is workstation or server. It's not mentioned here. Great. Alright, the problem we faced was that it What is this? How do I get rid of it? Oh, right here. We initially included 4 of them because we thought it was PC was under the workstation, but the LPTs are also workstations. So in this case, it's 7, and we got that perfectly. All right, the next one. So far, we have organized users and computers in OU just for the sake of it, but the main idea behind it is to be able to deploy different policies for each OU individually. That way, we can push different configurations and security baselines to users depending on their departments. Windows manages such policies through group policy objects. GPOs are simply a collection of settings that can be applied on OUs. GPO can contain policies aimed at either users or laptops, allowing you to set a baseline on specific machines. Figure lets you use OU GPM tool. Alright, let's search up group policy management. Alright, what does it say? The first thing you'll see when opening it is your complete OU hierarchy. Which is where? Alright, we see in the image above that 3 GPOs have been created. Okay, from those are default domain policy and our RDP policy are linked to the THM local domain as a whole, which we see right here, these two, and right here as well. And the third one is also here. Okay. And the default domain control policy is linked to the domain controller OU only. So this one is only for this. Yeah. Something important to keep in mind is that any GPO will apply to the linked OU and any sub OUs under it. Makes sense. For example, the sales OU will still be affected by the default domain policy. Let's examine the default domain policy. So to see what's in that GPO, the first tab you'll see when selecting GPO is the scope, which is where the GPO is linked to AD. For current policy, we see that's only linked to the local domain, which we see right here. As you see, you can also apply security filtering to GPO so that they are only applied to specific users, computers under an OU. By default, they will apply to the authorized users, which include all users. Okay. The setting tab includes the actual comments and let us see the specific configuration applies as stated before. Configuration that applies to computer only. Only in this case, the default domain of policy only contains computer configurations. Right here, it has policy, but it seems to lack a few things. Oh no, that's under. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Feel free to explore the GPO and expand on the available items using the show. Where is it? Oh yeah. On the right. In this case, the default domain policy indicates. Sparse. No, it shouldn't take us that long. Yeah, we see that there are policies here. 24 recommended, and maximum age is 42 days, minimum is 1 day. 7 letters, okay. Since the GPO applied to the whole domain, any changes would affect. Let's change the minimum password to remain to have 10 letters in this case. Okay, so let's do right click, edit, and then we go. Let's open a new Windows where we can navigate and edit to change minimum password to we do computer configurations, and then we do policies, and then we do Windows setting, security setting, and then account policies. We open password policies, and then sorry, not that one. What was it? Double click. 10. Apply. Okay. Perfect. So let's let your policies are established. Alright, makes sense. GPOs are distributed to the network via network called sysfile, which is stored in the DC. All users in the domain should typically have access to those shared over the network to sync. Once a particular share has been made with GPU, it must take at least 2 hours to complete up. For any particular, immediately you can always run the following command on the desired laptop. We can use this command. Create new SUM for as a part of our jobs. We have tasks with implementing SUM to use block non-IT users from access the control panel. Make you block there immediately after 5 minutes of okay. Let's focus on these. Alright, so it's restrict. Alright, so what do? Let's create a new GPO called and open it for editing. Alright, so private access. Alright. Notice we have enabled policies. Enable. Okay. Has been enabled. Alright. Once the GPO is configured, we'll need to link it to all of the OUs corresponding to the user who shouldn't have access. In this case, we'll link the marketing by dragging the GPO to each of the following items. So what do? We start by going to group work. Wait, why do I not see it? All right, so all we had to do for this situation is create a new one here. So which the way you do it is by right clicking on group, um, excuse me, group policy here, and then creating a new one right here. So what do? We do edit. Under edit, we do policies, uh, Windows setting, Windows setting, security setting. No, apologize. Administration control. Wait, no control, and then here prohibited access, which we want is click on this enabled, apply, okay, and then we close it. So now that we have this, we want it to come. Do you want? Okay, how would they want us to do it? Is pretty much drag and drop. On. Oh, not to IT but management. So pretty much taking it to the group from the group policy and adding it, creating it in the group policy, and then adding it to the where we don't need this here. Delete. We made a mistake. We want it in marketing. Here you see all the three that are listed. We don't have much time. Oh man. Okay, we will have to. I think it won't let us continue. Let's see how much we can do. All right, for the first, regarding line over workstation server. Okay, while this solution should work, alternative consists on applying. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get to this. All right, we'll end it for now. Thank you. We'll continue it tomorrow.